Hey. Welcome to the Carlos Whittaker Podcast, episode 19. It is Thursday, May 9th, 2024. I got one question for you. Y'all ready for this? Come on. What is going on? Welcome to a Father of the Bride episode. I am less than 20 days away. I think maybe like 17 days away from marrying off my firstborn daughter. And today, I'm just going to tell you right away, she's the guest. She is the guest of honor. I kind of sprung this on her. Legitimately, I walked up to her while she was sitting on the sofa. I think she was designing the schedule for her bridesmaids. And I threw a mic in her face because that's just kind of how we roll, you know? And so that is what we're doing today. I just said, hey, let's just talk about this. I'm going to tell you how some things that I'm feeling as the father of the bride watching his firstborn, knowing that she's 17 days away from walking down the aisle and choosing another man over me the rest of her life after she's chosen me her whole life. And then she's going to tell me how she's feeling and what she's feeling about me. We talk about the father-daughter dance. We talk about the ceremony. We talk about some of the details that maybe some of you care about. Maybe some of you don't. But if anything I know is going to serve true in this conversation is that a lot of you that have daughters that are little or daughters that are middle school or elementary school, etc. Hopefully it's going to give you a perspective that is going to be helpful as I fade out Dr. Delight here for this upcoming season, the season that you're all inevitably going to get to. Luckily, I'm here first. So, I got some stuff for you. Oh, is it raining outside? Shoot. Hopefully it's not raining outside because my dogs are outside. So let me hop in with something here really quickly that I was writing down. I wrote these things down for you because I do feel like before we get into the conversation with Sohaila and me, I do feel like there are some, I just kind of wrote down 4 things, okay? Almost like not strategies, but I have a very close relationship with both of my daughters. And, one of them, Sohaila, still lives at home. Sayana has moved out, but she's moving back home. I think she realized how expensive it is to live in Nashville as a single female. But she'll get married next. And we're just so close. And so I just kind of started unpacking what are 4 strategies? I hate the word strategies, but 4 strategies to stay close to your daughters as they're growing older. Now, this is coming from the perspective of a dad, but obviously they can come from a perspective of a mother as well, right? So like I'm about to walk Sohaila down the aisle and there is something bittersweet about it, right? There's pride as a father as I look at the woman that she's become. And so there's that pride, but then there's also the juxtaposition of that kind of inevitable, I don't know what the exact feeling I have is, but that inevitable, mourning of a season ending. But here's the thing. What I've realized is that daughters don't stop needing their dads. Ooh, that almost hit me like I didn't think it was going to. Right? The bond is going to change, but the bond doesn't have to weaken. It can actually strengthen. I think for a lot of fathers, you think when your daughter gets married that because she is now I'm speaking biblically based, being tied to another man who now that is her man, right? You are no longer her man. That is her man. And so you think inevitably what that means is weakening of your relationship, but I honestly believe that it can continue to strengthen. I guess we'll find out. But here's 4 things that I think have been important in my relationship with Sohaila. I'm not going to go into super teaching mode, so I'll just go through them quickly. One thing is embracing the girl talk, even if it makes you even if you don't want to. Okay. So if you're a dad, embrace the girl talk. I think initially when she was when it was Miley Cyrus age kind of stuff, right? Where she's watching that, I just was I'd shy away from it. Right. I don't know, just her late, when it was Hunter Hayes or the latest pop star, of Justin Bieber, little kind of floppy hair YouTube Justin Bieber. I used to shy away from that. And then I'm so grateful that a friend of mine told me to not shy away from the girl talk, to jump into it. So you know what I did? I started memorizing all the songs that she loved. I started trying to. I started to try to memorize. Oh, Sohaila, what was that? She had these they weren't it was before TikTok. Vine was the social media app. It was a video app, and there was these 5 teenage dreamy boys that she used to follow. I memorized all their names because I wanted to be able to talk to her about it. So I embraced the girl talk, and I'm telling you, with both Sayana and you know, and with Sayana, like we go to Niall Horn from One Direction. We go see him. That's kind of like our thing. We go see him together. Jump all in to what they're in. Embrace it. Okay. Number 2, this is really especially for dads. Like, try to find common ground beyond the dad jokes. Okay. I think, you know, it's fun. It's funny, and it's fun with dad jokes because your girls will laugh and they'll roll their eyes at you. And sometimes you feel like, oh, this is a great part of connection. And I think that stuff is important, but try to find common ground beyond that, right? So what is going to be a shared interest of yours beyond the dad jokes, right? So does she love to hike? Lace up your boots and go on a hike with her, right? Is she a photographer? Why don't you take a photography course together with her, right? The activity is not the point. It's about creating new memories and really fostering a sense of just a relationship beyond fun, cheesy dad, which fun, cheesy dad is great if that's what you are, but there's more. Number 3, champion her independence, right? Like, and honestly, even when it hurts, it's so natural, even at this stage, to want to protect Sohaila, that I just want to protect her forever. She's my little girl, right? But as she like continues to mature and as she continues to grow up, what's been better for her is to watch her father respect her independence, encouraging her to make her own choices, even if I disagree. And then celebrate her success if she makes a choice you disagree with. And also, don't shame her if she fails in a choice that you disagree with, right? No matter what it is, big or small, all of those things foster trust that I promise you are the reasons why we're still close today. And I think last but not least, I want to become her ally and continue to become her ally, not just her dad. She's always going to need the dad part of who I am. But I think more than that now, being somebody that she can just confide in and who offers her support without judgment, that's just the biggest thing. Judgment cannot be there, right? So that also means that you're not going to fix everything. I can't fix everything all the time. Again, I'm not just her dad anymore. I want to be her ally, her cheerleader, and just another constant source. So, you know, as you go through these, those are just 4 ideas, because I'm in a season right now where I'm literally watching her fall in love with a man and get married. And it's a beautiful new beginning, but it's also not an ending. Okay. So there's my little thing. There's my little talk for you guys. Now we're going to hop into a fun and honestly like a sweet conversation with my daughter as she's, 18, 17 days away from marrying the love of her life. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. Here's my conversation with my daughter, Sohaila. For a few more days, Whittaker, soon to be Pendergrass. Surprise! Pop-up podcast.
That's not real. You're crazy. You're crazy, Dad.
Right now, you're sitting on your laptop.
I am.
And it says bridal party itinerary.
Yeah.
And you look exhausted.
I am.
How many days until the wedding?
19.
19 days until the wedding.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling wedding. I don't know. I'm feeling tired.
You are feeling tired.
Feeling tired. I'm feeling excited. I'm just ready to be in Jackson.
You are?
Yeah. Where I'm getting married.
Why?
Because I feel like I will feel rested and accomplished, because all that I want right now is to get everything done so that when I get to Jackson, I don't have anything to think about but reading a book, enjoying my time,
just
resting,
chilling.
and then the wedding.
And then everyone shows up on what day?
Wednesday.
And when do you get
the
there?
Festivities. I get there Saturday. Yeah. Get there Saturday.
So you can chill for a few days.
Yeah, I can chill for a few days. And Wednesday and Thursday are very chill too.
They are.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah. It's just hanging out with my bridal party.
You're 22 and you're about to get married. When you were 9, 10 years old and you're having slumber parties with your Montana and your friends and you guys are talking about your wedding. Is this okay? What was the 9-year-old Sohaila wedding?
The 9-year-old Sohaila wedding was a lot more exotic.
Oh, what was exotic?
The patterns, the cups, the color choices.
Really?
Yeah. Not very neutral.
Okay.
And it's not like I just definitely didn't think I was going to be having a Western wedding.
Yeah, you're for sure having like a
full
Western
on
cowboy wedding.
I thought I was going to be very like city, downtown, lots of colors, lots of brightness.
Yeah.
And I'm not.
And you're not. And are you okay with that?
Very okay with it, obviously.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Listen, we all carry around different stressors, big and small. When we keep them bottled up, it can start to affect us negatively. Guess what? There are people you can talk to that will actually help you with these feelings. If you've ever thought about trying therapy, I want to offer you an idea. Why don't you try BetterHelp? It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Okay, get it off your chest with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/humanhope today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/humanhope. If you need to hire, you need Indeed. Indeed is your matching and hiring platform with over 350 million global monthly visitors, according to Indeed data. Listen to this. Ditch the busy work. Use Indeed for all of your hiring needs, which include scheduling. That takes a lot. Screening. That takes a lot. And messaging, so you can connect with your candidates faster. And Indeed doesn't just help you hire faster. 93% of employers agree Indeed delivers the highest quality matches compared to other job sites, according to a recent Indeed survey. One of the things that I love about Indeed is the user interface and how easy it is to find somebody fast. And so here's the deal. Listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/humanhope. Just go to Indeed.com/humanhope right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Indeed.com/humanhope. Terms and conditions apply. You need to hire. You need Indeed. I find it interesting because who you're marrying, Brady, by the way, in case you didn't.
I didn't know his name. I got to write that down.
Yeah. You know, I find it interesting because like when me and Mom were planning our wedding, I showed up. And I was like, oh, look, there's a big CNH sculpture.
That's funny.
And there's but you married somebody that actually cares about details and cares about some things.
A lot.
Was that surprising to you in your planning of the wedding? Like was that he maybe was more opinionated than you thought, or was he less opinionated than you thought?
I think it was a bit of both. I think I knew, like, obviously I know him
right
pretty well. And so I know he's very intentional and likes things like a certain way and has opinions, which I love. That's one of the things I love about him. So like I knew the wedding wasn't necessarily going to be like all on me.
Right.
I knew that he was going to have some thoughts, but there were some things that surprised me that he had opinions on.
Like what? Give us a scoop. Give us a scoop.
But like even things from like dance playlist to what song we would be walking down the aisle to
what? He cared about that.
He cared about that to like colors and
really
like there was one thing in particular that we talked about that I think it was something to do with like eating or like place set, like some sort of like flower setting or something in the middle of the table that like he was like, oh, what if we do it this way? I feel like this would tie that in well and blah blah blah. And I was like, how do you just see that? Like it doesn't make sense to me. And Mom was like, yeah, that's such a good idea. And I was like, that totally makes sense. And I was like, maybe I'm leaning towards being the groom of this.
Maybe you're my daughter.
Yeah, maybe I'm your daughter. That sounds very right. Show up. Wow. Yeah. So that's right.
That's very good. I love that.
You're insane.
Why am I insane? Because I just plopped down next to you.
I'm sitting here doing my little itinerary and he's like, you look so tired. I know it'll put a little pep in your step. And then I'm just sitting here and he shoves a microphone in my face.
Yeah, so here's the microphone. Well, I mean, I just thought this is perfect. This is just perfect. You can keep working on your thing. Again, bridal party itinerary. I'm not going to give things away here. But we've got I'm looking, it's like Wednesday, the 18th, and then before 4, what's happening at 4 p.m., what's happening at 6 p.m. Thursday. So this wedding is in
Jackson Hole,
Wyoming. We initially thought it was going to be small.
Yes. We really did think it was going to be small.
And so tell everybody what's kind of happened with the guest list.
If you search up, don't actually search it up, Dad.
Hawk, what are you doing?
Hawks, you want to say hi to the podcast?
Okay, that's my dog just sniffing on the mic. I don't know what's happening. Oh.
If you search up, back to the point. If you search up statistics on how many or what % of guests actually come to a destination wedding.
Yes.
40% of guests come.
That you've invited.
That you've invited.
Okay.
So that is all the statistics literally on every wedding website, every how to do a destination wedding. It was just know that only 40% of your guests will come.
Sweet. So you invited how many?
Everyone I've ever laid eyes on, I invited.
Because you're only 40% are coming.
Yeah, might as well, right? Yeah, no, that didn't happen. Yeah, maybe 20% said no.
Oh my gosh.
So
there's 80% of your invitations are coming to the wedding. And what did that do for you and Mom?
Well, at first it was kind of they'll back out.
Okay, yeah.
We thought, we were saying yes. And then there was so many that we were you know what, maybe the closer we get to the wedding, the more they'll be oh, actually we can't go. Something came up, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that hasn't happened yet. So we kind of made a game plan of okay, we do need extra chairs, or we do need an outside tent, or we do need, we needed to make those accommodations just so that we weren't stressed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we able to tell people, obviously not where you're getting married? Oh my God.
He's so cute.
Hawk is so cute right now. He's got his nose. You guys can't see because we're not recording this on video, but
he wants to be a part.
He should, because he wants to come to Jackson Hole because he's a mountain dog.
I did a live video today. You didn't see it.
You
would have
Instagram Live?
Yeah. I did it for a long time, but someone asked, "Is anyone driving the dogs down to the wedding?" And I was
nice.
"No."
They would be mean.
They would wreck the whole place.
They would. Okay, so this is what I was going to ask you. Are you comfortable explaining not where, but the situation on the ceremony, the situation on kind of what the ceremony is like? Because it's different than any other ceremony that I've been a part of, but it's so you. If there's anything that's been Sohaila, that this part is so Sohaila.
So I'm not giving any specifics, but the place. So we're getting married. The ceremony is 45 minutes away from the reception place.
Okay.
So that basically means that we have to rent shuttles to go to the ceremony from the reception place.
Why? Why do we have to rent shuttles?
Because there's only 6 parking spots.
Oh, there we go.
To the ceremony place. So that's quite fun. And
we're taking a photo, everybody.
Okay, pause.
Look at the green dot, not yourself.
Well, why? I'm there. I'm there for a reason.
Okay. So only 6 parking spots.
There's only 6
but there's hundreds of people coming.
Yeah, that was probably the biggest thing we had to figure out.
Okay.
Because obviously the normal ceremony situation is that you drive with your party, your group, or whatever. Yeah. You park, then you walk up, get your seat, and enjoy the ceremony. Watch someone get married, right? 6 parking spots, and it's not this place. You can't just park on the side of the road.
Right.
It is very strict in the sense of a lot of people get married here that have 5 people coming to the wedding, not the amount that we have. So we needed some way, somehow, to drop people off, but at the same time, just kind of having everyone together rather than be super apart and separate and freaked out.
Yeah.
So we have a very specific, we're driving away at this time. If you can't be here by this time, you can't come to the ceremony. Basically.
Yep.
So that's very important. But yeah, it's amazing. It's like a 5-minute walk. I say walk. From the parking spots, the 6 parking spots, to where me and Brady are getting married.
How are you going to get sound system and stuff out there?
So we can't.
Oh.
Wow. Yeah, a little detail there. So the place we're specifically getting married is in the National Teton Forest.
Yep.
And so it's not the park. The Grand Teton National Park is like they're very specific on numbers. So only like 60 people can attend your wedding. So if you get a permit, only 60 people can come, and our family alone is like 75. So like that's not going to happen.
Oh, I didn't know this part.
And so we were looking and we found this one place, and you can have as many people as you want.
Oh, you can. They're not going to shut it down.
They're not going to shut it down, but they do have rules.
Okay.
And some of those rules are like random things from like all the flowers have to be indigenous to Wyoming, and there can't be any sound systems, like no like speakers or anything like that. And another one is like you can't bring props, so you can't bring like an arch or something you want to be married under. It's very like go there, enjoy the view, get married, head out.
That's amazing.
So we're gonna have a violinist and
you're giving too many things away now.
Why? It's
is that okay?
There's music.
Sure,
I'm not just walking down to birds.
That's true. There'll be violin, and it's an acoustic instrument, so that's
guitar.
You're able to play
I can
that.
have acoustic things. I can't have anything connected to a speaker.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that's
so cool. So everyone's gonna show up. We're gonna get them there, and then we're gonna head back to
the reception.
Yeah, and then the reception.
Yes, I love the reception.
Are you excited about the reception?
I'm so excited about it. It's going to be great.
I don't know. I know nothing about the reception except for we're going to have a dance.
We are going to have a dance.
We're going to have a dance.
Yeah, that happens there.
The only secret I'll tell about the dance is that Sohaila's been wanting, or we've talked about dancing to this song since you were
no younger.
Really?
Probably 7. We were in Atlanta. We lived in Atlanta.
And you heard it? How did that happen?
You showed it to me because I remember. I think you were crying or something to Mom.
Yes.
And then I was like, what, Dad? And you were like, watch this. So he pulls up this video on YouTube. By the end of it, I'm hysterically sobbing, screaming, I don't want to grow up. I'm never leaving you, Dad. I remember the feeling of like, who thinks that they can snatch me from my father? Like, there's no literal way I'm ever leaving this household.
It's amazing.
And the song is Cinderella by Steve Curtis Chapman.
Yeah.
When you walk into my kitchen and you look to the right of my sink, you are going to see a beautiful glass jar filled with sparkling clean water. What is that water coming from? It's coming from our Aqua True. Listen, we're always in our family looking to drink the cleanest stuff available and to eat the cleanest way available. That is why Aqua True is what we use. If you're like me, you probably don't trust your tap water because it tastes just a little bit funny. So I have decided to jump all in with Aqua True. It is a water filter that my family uses every single day. It's working even right now. So listen, Aqua True purifiers use a 4-stage reverse osmosis purification process, and their countertop purifiers work with no installation or plumbing. Literally, I just plugged that bad boy in and whoosh, the water is flowing like a river. Okay. Just one set of filters from their classic purifier makes the equivalent of 4,500 bottles of water. That's less than 3 cents a bottle. Plus, you'll save the environment from all the plastic that we are throwing away. Best of all, the water tastes fantastic, and you don't have to worry about all those harmful contaminants in your tap water. And listen, if you got pets, I give my pets some Aqua True water. Yes, absolutely. My pets get clean water as well. So this is what I'm giving you guys. Aqua True comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee and even makes a great gift. Today, my listeners get 20% off any Aqua True purifier. Just go to aquatrue.com. That's AQUATRU.com and enter code HumanHope at checkout. That's 20% off any Aqua True water purifier when you go to aquatrue.com and use promo code HumanHope. HumanHope. Typical children's vitamins are basically candy in disguise, filled with 2 teaspoons of sugar, unhealthy chemicals, and all kinds of other junk that you know your healthy growing kids should not eat. All respect to my parents in the 1980s and 90s, but the vitamins they gave me was basically candy in disguise. Haya is made with 0 sugar and 0 gummy junk, yet it tastes great and is perfect for picky eaters. Haya fills in the most common gaps in modern children's diets to provide the full body nourishment our kids need with the yummy taste they love. Formulated with the help of nutritional experts, Haya is pressed with a blend of, get this, 12 organic fruits and veggies and supercharged with 15 essential vitamins and minerals, including vitamin D, B12, C, zinc, and so many others. Okay, I love when we get our Haya vitamins every single month. They come directly to our door and they can come to your door as well. We've worked out a special deal with Haya for their best-selling children's vitamins. Receive 50% off your first order. To claim this deal, you must go to hayahealth.com/humanhope. This deal is not available on the regular website. Go to hayahealth.com/humanhope and get your kids the full body nourishment they need to grow into healthy adults.
So you can go listen to that. And so
Okay.
I was weeping listening to that song, and so Hayla also, when she listened to it, you started crying, and yes, you were like, I don't want to grow up, I don't want to leave you, and I think it's perfectly fitting that we're going to dance to that song.
Yeah,
It's horrible.
It's a horrible song. It's really traumatic. And every time I would ever listen to it growing up and still now, if you turn it on, I'm just going to cry.
Yeah.
It like starts and like, dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
we're all going to cry. And then remember when I was on tour with him, in 2017, and he would play that every night, and I would take a video. I took a video and I sent it to you.
You did?
I did.
I don't remember.
Oh, look, Brady's
Brady.
texting me. He's asking me to play pickleball.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about that for a second.
Okay, why don't we go? Oh no, I don't know what you're going to say.
So Brady and my dad are like in this one thing. They like hobbies.
Yes.
They get into things and they stick with them until they're the best.
Yes.
And Dad basically introduced Brady to fly fishing.
Yes.
And that's all Brady thinks about. And
Great son-in-law.
It's great. I mean, he loves it. I'm so happy about that.
Because we've spent a lot of great times as you guys were dating.
Exactly. They
fly
bonded.
Fishing. We bonded
over this,
over
and
fly
it's
fishing.
great. It's so sweet.
Yeah.
I decided to get into pickleball. Like what?
November
or something. And Dad has a lot of different hobbies throughout his life where like it's very like he gets into bird watching. It's there for 6 months. Then it's gone. And like that's the same with Brady. Like he's done everything. He's in his cooking season right now. So like I'm used to it, except pickleball came around and there's a twinkle in Dad's eye that we had never seen before.
Yes.
And
yes.
Yeah, that kind of exploded. And then he was like, oh, I can't do this alone. So who did he talk to? Brady. Okay. Then Brady starts to get good at it.
Yep.
And that feeling apparently drives them wild.
Yep.
So then Brady gets a twinkle and they're both twinkling together. And I've lost him. I've lost him completely.
Yes. I think you asked the other day, is Brady going to be spending more time with you playing pickleball when we get married than with me?
Because the problem with pickleball is that it's accessible.
Yes.
Fly fishing is a trip.
Yes.
You take
It's
your
a whole
time.
day.
You have to go. You have to plan it out in advance. Pickleball is, I have an afternoon. I have a morning. I have any free time ever. Let's spend 5 hours hitting a ball in the air. So that's basically what I deal with.
Have you guys gotten in a fight over pickleball yet? Oh,
We didn't get in a fight. It was just more of an opinion on my end.
Okay, what was it? What was your opinion?
It was actually today.
Yes.
He found this fancy pickleball paddle.
Oh, was it expensive?
He explained that it wasn't as expensive as it could be.
Oh, it was a sale.
It was a sale.
It was sale math.
And still, I'm like, you spent however much on your now pickleball paddle that you own, that you love, that is awesome. But now you found another fancy, expensive
I feel bad.
paddle. It's just a paddle. paddle.
It's just a paddle.
It's just a paddle. And he's like, well, in order for me to get better, in order for me to
This sounds like I'm going to end this conversation right here. I'm going to allow you guys to have this conversation with a therapist and a counselor.
No,
but
I said it's okay.
Oh, you're so sweet, babe. You're just like your father.
That's
your
right.
mother can buy whatever she wants to buy.
Yeah, it's true.
Let's finish some thoughts here on the wedding.
Anyway, yeah.
What are you guys doing after?
Like the honeymoon?
Yeah, are you honeymooning? What's going on?
Well, the honeymoon. Yes. So we were looking at all the places, looking at all the beach things. And then we looked at each other and were like, why would we leave our favorite place?
Right. You're already there.
Which is in Jackson Hole. So we're getting a cabin and we're just hanging out. We're going to go hiking. We're going to have a Jackson Day. It's going to be perfect. And honestly, that's actually what we want. We want quality time, just us two in Jackson, Wyoming, by the end of it. So we're staying there.
And then, can I tell you something that I thought the other day?
What?
That was weird. I don't know if I've told you this already, but so in June, we're all going to, or July, we're going to Italy.
Last week of June, yeah.
You and I and Mom, I think, are going to Africa.
Yes.
And then we're flying to Italy. And then so we vacationed last year with our pastors, Alex and Henry Seeley, and then their kids, Holly and Taylor. And do you need to answer that?
It's Mom.
Tell her that we're on a podcast.
Okay.
Oh no, you can answer it and tell her.
Oh, you want us?
Yeah. We put her on speaker.
Hey, Ma.
Hey, how come we? So do you know?
Wait. We're on a podcast right now.
Oh, do you know that I made the wedding schedule?
Oh, this is perfect.
No, I didn't know.
Hey, babe, we're talking about the wedding right now.
Kat already made it and put days and links and.
But is it cute? Because I wanted to print it and put it on the wall of the cabin.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? Think camp. When you go to camp, there's a little wall, poster on the wall that says all the things on the days.
Okay, and then this can just go into their bag.
No, what?
What I have.
You have a specific one?
I have it all laid out.
So is it printable?
Yes, but it's not cute. I mean,
that gives it time.
Hey, babe, can she call you back in 5 minutes? Goodbye. Oh my gosh. Okay, so last kind of funny dad thing that I was thinking. So we went on vacation with the Seeleys last year. We went to Paris or to south of France.
And
it was amazing.
It was
best. Amazing.
Oh.
And then so we decided, let's do it again.
Yeah.
We're gonna go. We're gonna go again. Our kids, their kids, family vacation. And about 3 weeks ago, I looked at Mom and I go, "Oh my God, Brady's coming." And it was.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm dead serious. And it's not like I didn't want him to come.
Right.
But it was just wait a second.
Absolutely altering.
Brady is coming everywhere forever. And I just had this realization of oh my God. And then the dad in me was like, oh my God, where are they sleeping? And then so I immediately cared way too much about the house and the hallways. And is there another house that they can stay in? And I just need to let you know that it was, it just didn't cross my head. I'd heard about him, his tickets.
Right.
I knew, all of a sudden it just hit me that my son-in-law
actually
is coming on vacation with us. And, and how do you feel about that?
I'm so excited.
Are you?
Yeah, I am. Well, you do actually get he's not coming everywhere. We're going to Africa, just me and Mom.
Oh no, he can come places. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I didn't realize
he's coming to Tuscany.
No, I guess I haven't gotten into the brain space yet where, and this is probably just new father-in-law stuff where, oh my gosh, everything forever is Brady, and then everything forever is going to be Losai's wife. Yeah. Everything forever is going to be Sienna's. Oh, we'll just say no. We'll call it a spade. But it just is crazy to me. That's new for me.
It is,
but it's not something I ever thought of.
I know, right? I'm so excited.
Thank God I love him, and he likes pickleball and fly fishing, and good whiskey.
Good whiskey. He does.
I love you. I'm excited. We'll probably do one more of these in Jackson, just like the butterflies the night, not the night before,
but
a couple days
please
before.
No, not the night before.
No, not the night before. But I love you.
I love you so much.
Thanks for letting me do a pop-up podcast with you.
You're welcome.
And anything you want to say to the listeners?
Are you kidding?
Nope.
Not necessarily anything that's...
Okay.
I love you so much.
Thanks for joining us.
You're welcome.
Okay, bye.
We are there. I mean, I think you get one more podcast and then it's the wedding. I love you so, Halo Whittaker. I'm proud of you. I can't wait to see what this next version of our relationship looks like. And I'm excited that it's going to be even better than the last. Hey friends, thanks for listening to the Carlos Whittaker podcast. Please make sure that you follow, you share the podcast, and implement these strategies in your life. If you're a mother, if you're a father, with your daughters and your sons, I promise you, things won't work out perfectly, but there will be a bond that will be hard to break if you just hop in these full force. Love you guys. See you next week.